Although Kelly Clarkson's latest album, My December, hasn't hit stores, it's already creating controversy, specifically with label head Clive Davis. Matt Babel recently went to LA to speak to Kelly about the drama surrounding her third album.
Now, My December, obviously your third album, and I was wondering, where are you coming from on this album in general?
This album is the most intimate project I've ever done. I ended up writing all of this one. Didn't plan on it, it just kind of happened.
I would never wish bad things, but I don't wish you well.
Why do you think with this one, there was some resistance?
There's always resistance. Like the whole label stuff about people saying, oh, the label hated it, da-da-da. They haven't been in love, I should say, with anything I've ever done.
Here I am, once again.
It's always very hard to get people going in your direction, and then once something is successful off of it, then everybody jumps on and is behind it.
But since you've been gone,
it is upsetting when you're like, okay, I just won I won 3 like writer awards. I've written #1s, and it's like, what do I need to do? And that's the point when I realized it's like you can't do anything. You're never going to impress certain people. You're never going to please them. So why try?
With Clive Davis, because he's an icon in the music
Legend.
business. How do you stand up to a guy like that and say, no, I'm not going to compromise?
And I think Clive respects us to a certain extent. It's not that I'm like the Joan of Arc in the music industry. I'm not doing anything different from any other artist. It's just about I love my projects, so it's not hard to stand up to someone for that. There's just right and there's wrong, so it's like there's my album and there's no other choice. It's never going to be 11 million every album.
How do you measure success then?
You don't measure
somebody who's won
success
Grammys and sold so many albums, how do you measure success?
And you don't measure it with awards. You measure it with, literally, I am so proud of myself for this album coming out. I'm not ignorant. I'm not an idiot. Obviously, you like selling millions of records. That means people like what you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not about that. I didn't write these songs going, I bet this is going to get me 2 million. I didn't do that.
now I get what I want.
My goal is just to be myself and make music that I love and put it out there. And people are going to love it. People are going to hate it. Life is bigger than being #1.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, we all know the Kelly Clarkson success story, right? She's won Grammys, sold millions of records, and let's not forget that classic movie from Justin to Kelly. You remember that, Jen?
I do. I knew all the choreography.
But the question is, what's her biggest goal?
Surprisingly, it's having a good marriage. The 25-year-old sat down to talk about relationships and getting screwed over.
I was listening to your album and I was wondering, being at where you are right now, is it tough trusting people and delegating?
It's tough to not be jaded.
Ignorance is bliss.
Because I never want to be that person. I love wearing my heart on my sleeve. I'd rather be screwed over than not feel anything. Even when somebody messes me over, I'm like, no, something just happened to him. We met at a wrong time. I generally just want to believe that, there's good in people rather than evil.
But since you've been gone,
What do you dream about now?
my biggest dream, I don't want to get married anytime soon. I mean, I can't time that, obviously. If it happens, it happens. But I think that is one of my biggest goals, to have a successful marriage. I think that's so hard in this day and age.
your arms around me tight. Everything felt so right.
I don't want to get divorced. Not that anybody aims for that, but I just don't want to be one of those stats.
Your parents were divorced, right?
I've gone through 2.
You've gone through 2?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. Do you think that affected you growing up at all, or was it?
Definitely. I mean, it definitely affects, I think a lot of people throw around the word love way too much.
Relationships take work, though. A lot of people don't
They
think
do,
about
and a
it
lot of
work.
people think it's going to be perfect and easy. And no relationship that's worth time is easy.
How do you stay out of the limelight now that the tabloids, there's never any dirt, there's never anything?
I don't know. I don't live here. I live in Texas, and I make music. That's my thing. That's what I like. And I'm not interested in anything else. Nobody around me cares about fame. Nobody cares that I'm famous. They give a rat's butt.